The order to attorney for proof of restricted account for filing in the Kent County Probate Court. Hi, I'm Darren Findling of the Probate Pro, and we're going to cover a particular form that the Kent County Probate Court uses primarily in minor conservatorship estates. This form is used so that in lieu of a bond requirement, the conservator can use a restricted bank account. The goal here for the court is to make sure that the monies from a settlement or from an inheritance make their way into the restricted bank account. The court is concerned that from the time period from the settlement or distribution, that the money may get misappropriated or incorrectly deposited into the wrong account. So the court has to decide between using a bond, which is a guarantee of performance, or a restricted bank account in which the bank agrees and promises to protect the money for the benefit of the minor. That restricted bank account will not authorize any releases of the monies without a separate probate court order. So this is the form that the Kent County Probate Court uses, a order form that is used in advance of an agreement for the court to waive a bond requirement. Let's work our way through the document. As you can see, at the bottom in the purple, there is a court rule that is specified, MCR 5.409C4. This is the controlling court rule as it relates to bonds. And then you can see the name of the form itself, as well as the Kent County Probate Court's case code that they use, or form code that they use for this particular form. The court, or this form is used with Judge Murkowski, and at the top it asks for the in the matter of. That's simply the name of the conservatorship estate and then the date of the hearing. The next section, the order section, is really the body or the meat of this particular court order. It provides that the attorney for the conservator has agreed to the following rules, or the agreement relative to this order. That instead of a bond in which there is a surety bond being issued, the court is going to authorize either an acceptance of appointment or a nominal bond in lieu of a corporate surety bond, as long as the following things are agreed upon by the attorney of record for the conservator. First, that the attorney will accompany the conservator to the bank or the financial institution to ensure that the funds are actually deposited in a restricted conservatorship account, not a joint account, not any other type of account, but a conservatorship account. Second, ensure that the proof of restricted account and annual verification of funds and deposit form are properly filled out and then, of course, provided to the court in Section 3 within 14 days from the receipt of the funds by the conservator. This is another court form, a SCAO form, State Court Administrative Order form, that I've provided an instruction video on how to complete. So this agreement is part of the court order. Failure to timely file the proof of restricted account can result in a suspension of the fiduciary. Here's the key aspect of this particular court order. The attorney shall be held personally liable for the amount of funds listed below for failing to have placed it in the restricted account. So if they fail to perform the role here that they have agreed to do, they could be held personally responsible for the funds not making their way from the settlement or the inheritance into that restricted bank account at the financial institution, and then providing proof to the probate court that it has been done. It's really an important responsibility here. And then the amount is specified there. The bottom section has a signature for the attorney agreeing to this court order, as well as the judge's signature entering the court order. So really kind of a unique order here where it's putting responsibility on the attorney to take steps to ensure that the funds make their way to that restricted bank account instead of a bonding requirement. At the Probate Pro, we're passionate about everything probate. If you have questions about this particular form or any probate-related forms, please visit us at theprobatepro.com or call us at 1-833-PROBATE.